Good afternoon. My name is Francis Fukuyama. I am the Mosbacher Director of the Center on Democracy, Development, and the Rule of Law at Stanford University. I first encountered Suvash Darnal in 2011 at the Draper Hill Summer Fellows Program. The Draper Hill Summer Fellows Program is run by my center every summer. We bring together for 3 weeks, 3 very intensive weeks, a group of about 25 civil society activists, democracy promoters, human rights advocates, and advocates for social justice from all over the world. We knew that Suvash had had a distinguished career, although he was still quite young, having founded Jagaran Media and the Sumata Center, a think tank for looking at Dalit issues in his native country of Nepal. We had a wonderful summer of lectures, discussions, a very intensive period trying to learn about the conceptual framework under which modern democracies operated. All of us were horribly saddened by the news that Suvash had been killed in a traffic accident on his way back from Stanford to Nepal when passing through Washington, D.C. This also very much saddened the family of the National Endowment for Democracy, of which I am a member of the board of directors. Suvash was associated with the National Endowment, or the NED, because he had been a Reagan-Fussell Fellow for a number of months and spent some time in Washington, D.C., learning the policy world of the democracy promotion community in that city. All of us, I think, felt a horrible sense of loss because of Suvash's passing. We were all immensely gratified to know of the Darnal International Award, the creation of a prize that was meant to stimulate other people, other young people, other people like Suvash, who are building organizations, who are doing advocacy, who are doing research, who are trying to get the word out about inclusion and social justice issues. It is, I think, terrifically encouraging that this prize has been established, and I hope it becomes a permanent fixture in the activist community in Nepal. Nepal is going through a very difficult and important democratic transition at the present moment. It has been ruled as an authoritarian dictatorship for many decades under an absolute monarchy that did not grant the most basic rights to its citizens. It has been undergoing a very complex transition in which there's an attempt to negotiate a constitution. It's trying to create a number of important formal institutions, elections, political parties, a judicial system, the kinds of structures that create a modern democracy. I think that one of the truths, however, about the success or the failure of democracy is that it doesn't depend simply on the quality of those institutions. Of course, countries need competent states, they need a good rule of law, they need good democratic accountability. But all of these institutions sit on top of societies that can be fractured, polarized, and very difficult environments in which to find basic social consensus. I think that Nepal's problem is that it has all of those characteristics. It is geographically very diverse. It has many cleavages in terms of ethnicity, in terms of religion, and in terms of things like caste, which is the class system that really that has meant that the Dalit community has been historically discriminated against and marginalized in Nepalese society. You are not going to get to good democracy unless there is a greater degree of social inclusion and social justice. And you're not going to get to social inclusion unless people press for it. Democracy is not something that is simply granted as a favor from the rulers in a top-down fashion. Democracy has always arisen when, in a sense, it is grabbed from below. It is grabbed from below by people that organize on a grassroots level in civil society, who spread information about the existing injustices of their society and demand a place in it. This is the activity to which Suvash Darnal dedicated his life, his very brief life of 31 years. It is the cause to which his friends and supporters have rallied and are trying to continue. And it is the cause that is celebrated by this international award to stimulate and set as his life as an example to other people who want to achieve similar advances for democracy and human rights in their countries, not just in Nepal, but worldwide. So I want to congratulate those who organized and supported this prize. I apologize for not being able to be with you personally in Nepal at the first award ceremony, but I am glad in any way I can to be able to take part in it, and I wish all of the participants the best for the future in memory of a really great human being and advocate, Suvash Darnal. Thank you very, very much for your attention.